Twitch is dead, 18 minutes. I haven't watched this, but I mean, this policy change, technically they already reversed it, right? So is it worth watching? Because they revoked the policy. Oh, there's a newer one. Okay. What do we watch the revoked one? I do not care.
Yesterday was a very rough day for Twitch. They broke all 10 commandments with a single policy change. A policy change that would have single-handedly destroyed the platform by driving all of the streamers to other platforms. With this new change, it would have basically been pulling a fire alarm in a crowded theater and have all of the streamers scrambling for the exit as soon as possible.
For context, for those who don't know, a couple days ago, Twitch announced a new policy where they were basically banning like 90% of sponsored streams. Everyone was like, that's fucking stupid. And then Twitch apologized and was like, sorry, we communicated this badly. We're going to rewrite how we communicated it, but we're not going to revoke the policy. Then the next day they were like, never mind, we're revoking the policy. It got so bad. It got so fucking bad that Mr. fucking Beast tweeted about it. You got fucking blasted by Mr. Beast. He's not even on Twitch. Brother. And in case that wasn't bad enough, Elon Musk also replied, brother, you fumbled the bag so hard. Dude, you know you fucked up when you made Elon look smart. Bro, why would you do this to us? Yeah, and you got community noted too. It's Jover, so they really fucked it up. You know what's bad when Elon Musk replies, and Elon is known for doing the most stupidest shit ever? It's not that Elon Musk replied, it's that Elon Musk replied and he was on the right side. Like people were like, yeah, Elon, you're right. When we have to admit that Elon's right, that fucking sucks, dude, okay?
Twitch, for some reason, decided to put sponsorships in their crosshair and start firing.
Can finally move with the stakes on the Gossip. Okay, cringe check. That's not an emote around here.
Reduce their streamers' ability to have sponsored content through their streams, which is most streamers' main revenue source. So if streamers could no longer comfortably or reliably have sponsorships on Twitch, they will all go elsewhere, and many of them were threatening to do so. It was the perfect, horrible idea, a fucking geostorm of stupidity to try and push out this policy change. It baffles me that this idea somehow made it out of the Twitch think tank and they really tried to push it through. It's like they were playing a game of Plague Inc. where you try and create the perfect disease to wipe out the world. They created the perfect disease to wipe out their own company. Twitch.
I think the best explanation I've seen for this is maybe they have to get rid of Twitch Primes, and they're releasing stupid shit like this to try and get around having to remove Twitch Primes. Because if they remove Twitch Primes, they have no purpose. There is no excuse for being on this platform with 50-50 when YouTube's 70-30. The only excuse would be you don't want to make thumbnails before each stream. But at that point, there would literally be no reason to be on Twitch.
It's like a panda that's...
What is the Kick revenue split? It's 90-10 or 95-5. I forgot. I think it's 95-5. But the problem is it's Kick, right? Like, how many people are going to watch you on Kick? It's really, really low.
Constantly trying to hurt itself.
How many of your subs are Prime? I can actually check right now. It takes a second, though, because I have to download like the CSV. Gappy, when are you coming to YouTube? I cannot stream on YouTube until I have a big YouTube channel. It doesn't make sense for me to stream on YouTube as a small YouTuber. That's what I've said like over and over. Like if I got banned off Twitch or like I couldn't stream on Twitch anymore, I probably just wouldn't stream until the YouTube got bigger and then stream on YouTube. Because Rumble, fuck that, right? And Kick really inflated fucking stats. Really shitty moderation tools. Aiden Ross community is 90% of their fucking viewership. That's the last thing I wanted to deal with, okay? I streamed Danganronpa one time in my life, okay? Technically 2 times, because I played the first and the second Danganronpas. And it was a nightmare dealing with children. The last thing I need to do is deal with more children by having Aiden Ross viewers come in there. Silver Nigga, they're Prime for 14 months. Appreciate it, buddy. Wouldn't streaming on YouTube grow the channel? No, because the amount of effort spent on YouTube discoverability for live streams is dog shit. Because you are competing not just with other live streams, but with all pre-recorded content. So you still need a good thumbnail, a good title, and you still need really good watch time. They care about watch time for YouTube. So live streams on YouTube isn't really a way to grow the channel. Why would it hurt to stream? Because you're segmenting your audience by multi-streaming. And if I were to stream on YouTube, most people from Twitch aren't gonna come over. Like, that's just like an innate thing that happens. Even if everyone here pinky promises that if I stop my Twitch stream and I went to YouTube right fucking now, like at least like half of you guys would not do it. It's just like a natural like phenomenon. Now you know what else is a phenomenon? Thanking Silver Nico for the Prime Gaming for 14 months. Thank you, buddy. People claps. They still don't have a proper live section. Yeah, and that's an intentional choice by YouTube, because YouTube's strategy for live streaming is that they want it to compete with pre-recorded content. That's just how they're doing it. It's fucking stupid, but that's how they're doing it.
And the community is the zookeepers doing their best to stop it. Like, hey, no, don't do that. This is stupid. You're hurting yourself. Stop. Please stop. You know, Twitch is like a Mr. Meeseeks that's just determined to kill itself. Twitch seems determined.
Is that a... I'm sorry, bless me. Is that, Rick and Morty? Yeah, no wonder I didn't get it.
To ruin their platform. I don't understand how. Maybe they've been infiltrated by like YouTube execs and they're just sabotaging it internally. I don't know. They're making the worst decisions imaginable. So it's been about 24
and especially for the content that I do, because I'm sure you guys are referring to Twitch political streamers, right? That's a completely different meta than the content that I do.
Hours since that massively awful idea came to fruition and was published, and now today they've made a statement saying that they're getting rid of it entirely. Now they're scrambling in a panic, desperate to try and walk it back. So they posted this saying, yesterday we released new branded content guidelines that impacted your ability to work with sponsors to increase your income from streaming. These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch, and we are removing them entirely. Sponsorships are critical to streamers' growth and ability to earn income. We will not prevent your ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors. You will continue to own and control your sponsorship business. We want to work with our community to create the best experience on Twitch, and to do that we need to be clear about what we're doing and why we're doing it. We appreciate your feedback and help in making this change. Now on the surface that sounds jolly good. That sounds dandy. Very simple and easy to understand. We fucked up. We released these new guidelines that reduced your ability to get sponsorships on your own and generate income through those sponsorships, so we're removing those guidelines. Very cut and dry, very easy to understand, no wiggle room for confusion. You know, we're not out here trying to understand the Silmarillion. It's just very simple. We're removing those guidelines because we recognize that it inhibited your ability to get sponsorships. So then why is the exact same language from yesterday still in their terms of service? When you go to their terms of service, they still have the exact same fucking policy that they tweeted about yesterday.
Oh, this was so... Okay. So, it was technically still in their legal document. Oh, DJ Wheat. Yeah, that's the name of him. DJ Wheat. The only reason I found out about how this TOS doesn't matter is because of a reply to a non-Twitch staffer from Mike Minton, who you've never heard of. He's like the CEO of monetization on Twitch. Like, he's the head monetization officer or some shit, right? He's got like 500 followers. He never uses Twitter. And he replied to a fucking tweet about this, saying, yeah, we're not going to be enforcing this part of the TOS. It's just that the TOS takes longer to adjust, which is just wild. That's how I have to find out that this doesn't matter.
The exact same language. Yesterday they tried saying that it was just a misunderstanding, that everyone misconstrued their statements because they made it too broad, but then today coming forward saying that, you know, it really wasn't a misunderstanding, these rules actually did just impact your ability to get sponsors, so they're removing them. Yet in their announcement about them being removed, they're still clearly here in their terms of service with the exact same language. So why are you claiming that they're removed if
they just said it would take too long?
Seems like a blatant lie to me, unless there's something I'm misunderstanding here. But it seems like they're trying to pull a quarter out from behind my ear and call it magic.
He's the chief of the dog that asked us on Twitch.
Yep. To the terms of service, despite their tweets kind of leading people to believe the opposite is true. So I don't exactly fully get what the fuck has changed then. The policy is still there. So why are they tweeting as if they did some kind of heroic good deed by listening to the community and removing those restrictive...
The policy's not there, though. This is the problem with Twitch's communications. They said that the policy's not there. The only way you'd find that out is by accidentally finding the 500 Twitter follower Andy, who happens to be their fucking head officer.
Guidelines on sponsorships. That just seems very misleading. Now, I watched Ludwig's video on it, the Mogul Mail, and he made a point that I think he's probably right on the money with. I believe the policy here with the advertisement is supposed to target things like Stream Elements or other companies that are able to sell ads at scale and kind of go through that process as opposed to attacking individuals for sponsorships. But it's very important to note that with the way the policy stands, it very well could be used against individuals. They can enforce it against any streamer.
Can you link the tweet? I'll have to find it somewhere. So somebody asked earlier, how many primes do I have? I have about 45. I have 45 prime subs. And total amount of subs is a little under 300. So probably like 290. So 45 divided by 290. That's 15% of my subs. Are your subs like way more skewed towards gifted? I don't think as much anymore. It's like 40% recurring, 15% primes, and 45% gifted. So it's actually a lot closer to it's a lot more even than it used to be. It used to be like 90% of it would be gift subs. Speaking of which, activate my Patreon, go sign up. Bing chilling.
They want. It doesn't have to be reserved for just corporations. So again, this would have to be a wait and see situation on how they choose to enforce it. But they could, for example, slap me if during one of our Moist Esports watch parties
you get an NFT since you already own. I don't own an NFT.
I catch a big opera fish, right? They can punish me for that with this new policy in place. It's just a matter of whether or not they'll choose to. Again, YouTube does have a very similar policy, and they don't enforce it at all, really, not against individual streamers, and I haven't seen it enforced against any companies either. So Twitch could follow suit with that, but there's no telling.
So YouTube has a similar policy, but the YouTube policy is, hey, you are allowed to do endorsements or in-video deals. What you can't do is pre-roll, mid-rolls, post-rolls. So I can't just put in my video a 2-minute ad for NordVPN made by NordVPN. But if you integrate it into the YouTube video, which is why people do like these sponsored ad reads where they're like incorporating video stuff in there, right? It's part of the video. That's fine. The whole point of it is that to prevent people from just, instead of buying YouTube ads, they just like buy it directly from a streamer. That would be cringe, right? That makes sense. That's not what Twitch was doing though. For example, they had a rule where you couldn't have any brand logo be more than 3% of your stream size, right? And 3% is pretty small, right? When you consider like, what would be 3%? Probably like about as big as the Patreon goal over there, right? Which is kind of crazy, especially when you consider that Twitch rivals had 9%. Their own fucking Twitch stream violates their own fucking policy. So fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, I mean, this is why I really want to do more YouTube stuff. I don't know why you would link me this. I don't know what I'm supposed to say besides the headline. Facebook owner Meta plans to create Twitter rival. I think we all knew this like a month ago.